in any work environment. I'm glad that this conversation is happening here and also in the world, because it's not just actors and singers totally. And whatever. If you ask anyone who's ever worked ever, if they've ever been sort of like, dealt with a boss that had a really bad ego and temper and whatever, or if they've been sexually harassed or even assaulted, or it's everywhere ever. It's like
So I hadn't shared my thoughts yet on the Diddy trial verdict, because when things like this happen, normally it takes a couple of days for me to really process what my thoughts are. And also I was kind of like, well, what hasn't been said already? Now I have things to add to the conversation. This Penn Badgley Ariana Grande interview comes to mind because I honest to God cannot really say that I'm surprised by, one, the fact that a person like Diddy could exist in the Hollywood sphere, but people so often love to just bundle the problem up in like a Hollywood package as though it's just an issue that's unique to Hollywood, and it's not. The only reason why it is more relevant in Hollywood is because people have the power, the influence, and the privilege to be able to do it on a larger scale. But honest to God, I wholeheartedly believe that it's got to be at least 60% of men that if they had access to that amount of privilege, power, and women, they would be Diddy's. They would be Harvey Weinstein's. They would be Jeffrey Epstein's. They'd be Johnny Depp's. They'd be Leonardo DiCaprio's. They'd be Drake's. Because all of these men are the same at varying degrees, at different levels. It's a spectrum, but nevertheless, they're all on the same spectrum. And even the ones that weren't doing horrendous things like going after minors and like literally sex trafficking women and other men even, I think if you included the ones that would abuse their power and use it to sleep with a bunch of women under shady, coercive circumstances, or who would turn violent to women and hold opportunities over our heads so that they could get some, I think that the percentage of men would probably go up to somewhere like 90 to 95%. I really do. And that's unfortunate. That's not me trying to be a man hater. That's just looking at the fucking state of things. The issue is not a Hollywood one. It is a man issue. It is a men's issue. That one, they see women as sex objects and tools they can use to obtain power. And two, the vast majority of men will always put other men above any woman that is being harmed. They'll always choose and protect another man. Because how the fuck else do you think Diddy got off? Had to be men in the jury who saw themselves in him and were like, you know what? This is a brother. This is another man. I could see how he would end up in a circumstance like this, or even if I couldn't, at the end of the day, he's still a dude. I gotta stand behind him. Those people on the jury were average ass folks. It's not a Hollywood problem. When it happens in Hollywood, it's just on a more massive scale, and also it has a lot more exposure just because the nature of Hollywood is everyone, the whole world is looking at it, but it's a men's issue. We need to keep calling it just that. It will never change until we start to acknowledge the problem without worrying about it offending the good men. If the good men are out there, they should listen and hold other men accountable instead of dying to be unincluded in the statistics of the bad men.